What am I insinuating by saying solo leveling has some of the best character development in anime? Well, from my perspective, I'm just making an educated judgment, an assessment based off a fact and statistic with no subjectivist interference. Solo leveling has some of the greatest character development in anime, and here's why. Have you ever desired a fantasy where the MC is like a video game character and constantly improving? Have you ever imagined in your wildest dreams that the conception of a leveling system would dictate the fundamental laws of the universe, the limitations by which you are bound to? Naturally, that's all impossible and more. The reason solo leveling is different is because it's ridiculous. I mean, the main character, Sun Jin-woo, literally defies the law of physics, biology, everything you could think of, and breathes his true intentions into existence with a leveling system. I mean, it's simply preposterous and impossible. A concept where you're presented with an alternative and it's positive. A masterfully way to exploit the system and an ingenious ability to level up certain stats according to the user. It allows them to demonstrate their battle prowess, intellect, speed, and many other attributes, while simultaneously allowing them to enforce their intentions and actually improve their own current philosophies. If you told me that, I'd think you're a fool. But now I'm second guessing that thought, as solo leveling quite literally takes that and cans it in the garbage. When you have an abysmally weak main character who wants to make a change, who wants to understand what it's like to have the ability to actualize his intentions, and who wants to experience an undiscriminated point of view, you get Sun Jin-woo, a 22-year-old guy who has nothing special. In fact, he's the opposite of special. He's the worst. So what happens when a character of this magnitude attains said power and is able to comprehend what he had just obtained? You get the current protagonist of solo leveling. A confident, selfless, and integral character with unwavering conviction in the face of adversity. So how did such an inconceivable change occur as to where a guy goes from one side of the spectrum to the other? A second life, or rebirth? The concept itself sounds like a deus ex machina or retcon, but it works exceedingly well in the context of solo leveling. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the main character, Sun Jin-woo, was exempt from naivety, as he possessed the innate curiosity to begin learning the inner mechanisms of the leveling system, and how he can exploit it to benefit himself. Sun Jin-woo had also needed to adapt to every circumstance in his life, being ridiculed for his unfair position at the bottom of the hierarchy. He was condemned for the belief that one day he could improve and possibly even help others. I believe that this anime represents an escape from the unjust beginnings, a way to improve and better oneself for the greater good, which is symbolized through the main character Sun Jin-woo, and his affinity towards creating the world he truly desires. We get a glimpse of how this system works and its relation with the plot, and sooner than later, Sun Jin-woo becomes a slave to the very system he swore to understand and comprehend by compelling to harm others to improve. It's this extremity approach that encapsulates solo leveling as a whole, as it combines this unrealistic approach with realism and the world around it. It's this potential, this opportunity, the taste of water after dehydration that gives the main character purpose. This second chance is more than a rebirth, but an ideal of the character he has yet to emerge as. And that's essentially the main premise of solo leveling. Simplistic but a novel and in a sense masochistic journey of Sun Jin-woo's transformative path to power, but more than that, purpose. So why does this leveling system instill purpose into an otherwise hopeless and nihilistic character? It's this dynamic that is the antithesis to the show's main ethos, a character with no hopes until he decides to take fate into his own hands. All of his foreshadowed beliefs, values, distinguish his own existence as nothing more than a mere joke. It's only when this system manifests his truth into reality that we are able to perceive who the main character truly is. A man of vigor, no, but a man of sacrifice and rationalism. What must be done for his freedom is prioritized before even the lives of other characters. It's this cynical change, this transformation, that the main character underwent, which defies the very bounds of character development. It wasn't just character development, but a change of his life's values. A distinct re-evaluation, self-reflecting moment, which influences the way he performs every action, every word, and every thought, which is exemplified through the times he takes on a challenge greater than himself. The confidence, the self-belief he gained, and the thirst for truth is what truly made him not only change, but a completely different person from the start. A completely different identity. They are one and the same, but also not at the same time. It's this very fundamental concept that breaks the expectation, this never-ending evolution, this mold and this stipulation that the main character is set by. Because of this very concept, it creates the character that he is known for. Even having the ability to raise the dead, which symbolizes his rebirth into another plane of existence. It's this simple yet perfected contrast of strength and weakness that draws a fine line in the series and gives meaning to the character's struggle. Overall, Solo Leveling is a constructive, meaningful, yet power-driven series that always has you questioning the identity of every character, whether they're malicious, generous, or neutral, or what the next action is. It boils down to this specific anticipation of the show, which is relying upon as a backbone for success. Seemingly like the MC, where his only option out of mediocrity is the success and his yearning and desire actualized into this reality. So in the end, Solo Leveling has proven to have some of the best character development in anime. If you liked the video, just don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. As always, make sure to comment and peace!